Welcome or welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I've been knitting. Today is Saturday, September 21st, and this is episode 58. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. And today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. So thank you for joining me today. We have a giveaway winner to announce, some half-finished objects, and some works in progress that I've been working on. I don't have anything that I received in the mail this week, but I did have a question from a viewer that I would like to talk about at the end instead of mail. So let's just jump right in and announce the giveaway winner. So last week we did a you commented on the video to be entered in the giveaway, and that was a skein of ridiculous yarn and a project bag from Caffeinated Craft Mama. So I have both of those, and our winner was Texas Barn Lady, I think. If you could just send me a email at wyomingnits@gmail.com and send me your shipping information. I will get this in the mail as soon as possible to you. Thank you so much for everyone who commented, who asked a question or said congratulations. Just thank you. So let's start with some knitting. I have one half-finished object, so I don't have any completely finished objects, but we will start with what I have half-finished. I have my September Felici socks. I was right here last time. I was almost ready to start working on the toe. So I finished that off this week, and then I started the next sock. It's in one of my Fancy Boy Designs bags. And I have, here's the tag. It's the Painted Hills color from the summer of 2022. And this is what I have left over from the first sock. And I started the next sock. And I am right here. I think I have, let's see, this stitch marker, and then I start the hill right here. So I have about less than 20 rounds before I start the heel on this one. I really wanted to have this one finished this week, but every time I thought about working on it, I was like, oh, it's just a vanilla sock. I'll work on this sweater instead. Or, oh, I want to get this other thing done. It's a vanilla sock. It'll go fast. So I didn't work on it as much as I wanted to. Well, I guess I did work on it as much as I wanted to, but I thought I would get more work done on it this week, and I did not. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you today. The next thing is my daughter's Uptown Tee This is in a Redsldycreats bag. Let's see. Let's find her tag. And I'm using Tippy Tree yarns in the color Star-Crossed Lovers. So here's my third skein. I don't think I'm going to need this one. I got 3 just in case. I did rip back quite a ways. I had the whole first skein in the sweater and started the second skein, and there was a line where you could see that it was darker, so I ripped back, and then I saved about this much of the first one for the sleeves, because it's just a short sleeve, and so I'm hoping this one will be enough for the sleeves. And I've got the second one going, and this is how far I am. I ripped back all the way to here. I want to say I did that on Tuesday. And so here's what I've got so far. You can't really tell where I started mixing that in. So I have that, and then hopefully this one will work for both sleeves. I measured last night, and from here to here is about 5.5 inches. Last night I did work some more on it this morning, so I had about 2, almost 3 inches left to put on here before the hem. So I'm hoping to have this done. I hope to have this done by next weekend. That's my plan. We'll see how far I get. I would really love to have this done for her soon. So we'll put all of that back in here. So that was the Uptown Tee by Tori Yu. And then I did work on my Market Henley. This is in a Sassy Sax. And I'm using Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. in the color A Cauldron Brewing. This is their 75-25 2-ply. It's 463 yards per 100 grams. I absolutely love this color with the speckles. And I finished the back. So last time I was still working on the back. I finished it. So I was right here. I had just a little bit left to go. I put the back on hold, and I picked up the left shoulder. So I'm right here. There was some shoulder neckline shaping, and then here's the button band. Waffle stitch. So I'm super excited to be working on this. Here's the seam where I picked up. I think I'm going to love it. So I've worked on this just a little bit. This is for me, so I'm like, ooh, I want to work on it. I want to work on it. and I end up not working on other things. So that'll be a little bit of progress every week. The next thing was my blanket that I'm working on. I'm using the Lion Brand mandala, and I just have a whole bunch of skeins. I had connected this one last time, and let's find the top. All tangled. There. There we go. So I was right here in this purple gray color, and then it went to a gray brown color. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats. I hope you can see all this. I can't hardly see through to the camera. So that's as far as I've got. When I put this on my lap, when I'm knitting, it goes to about just under my waist when I'm sitting. So I'm not sure how much more yarn I need to put in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more that are not connected yet. I think that's going to be more than enough for that blanket. We'll just see. We'll see how long it needs to go. I'll measure it. I'll put it on one of our beds to see if it will fit on a queen size bed. And then last week we talked about the California sweater and how I was super excited about it, and that I would probably have it cast on, and that I would probably use this bag from Caffeinated Craft Mama. And I did. I cast it on. I don't have any stitch stoppers yet, needle stoppers on here, but this is what I've got so far on the back panel. So this will go across my back. It is slightly see-through, but I'll probably wear a t-shirt or something underneath it anyway. I have not checked gauge yet, so I'll get just a little bit further and then check my gauge on it. I'm using Blackbird Sycamore. Both of the mohair and the fingering are both this color. Here's her logo, and that is everything I worked on so far this week. Someone asked me about my Birch pullover, and if they thought the Birch or the Stria would be better to work on first. Let me grab those. I have my Birch pullover in here. And then I brought my Stria cardigan up. So I have the Stria that I worked on. But before I did the Stria cardigan, I did the Scrap Witchery blanket by Lindsay of Scrap Witchery, and I think this is the top. So I just used some Knit Picks Stroll, and I think I used the Dove Heather color in this one, and then I just used my like row 1 minis. I did 5 months of row 1 minis in here, and I did a big, this is where I cast on. You start with a knitted I-cord cast on. There's an I-cord up both sides, so you can, if you're switching your yarn at the end, you can carry your yarn up the inside of the I-cord, and you don't have to weave in any ends if you carry it up the side. So I have this one. I have this one on my chair downstairs, and it usually covers me in the winter time when I'm sitting downstairs. And this is half fisherman's rib, and so this is knit flat. So you knit half fisherman's rib is knit 1 in the row below, purl, knit 1 in the row below, purl, knit 1 in the row below, purl. And then on your way back, when it's knit flat, you knit on the way back, so you have a purl bump on the front. So when you knit, you're knitting underneath that purl bump. And so if you don't like purling, knitting something flat is easier. But if you don't mind purling, sleeves in the round, you have to purl that row instead of knit that row back. So on my Straya cardigan, when I was knitting, I'd knit across and knit back, knit 1 in the row below, purl, knit 1 in the row below, purl, all the way across. And then on the wrong side, I would knit all the way back. But on the Birch pullover, you're never on the wrong side. So every other round is purl all the way around. So depending on how much you like to purl, would probably make your decision for you. This was a great first half fisherman's rib project because I held 2 strands together, but like if I would drop a strand or I would forget and do the wrong stitch, I could go back, and I taught myself how to drop a stitch and go down and fix it, and then use my crochet hook to pick up all the stitches again. And so I thought this was a great beginner project for half fisherman's rib. And then I did this one, and then this one you have the color changes, and then this one there's no color changes, but you purl every single, or every other row is a purl row, the whole sweater. So I would probably suggest to do a half fisherman's rib blanket first, or something small, just to practice with the stitches, get familiar with some of those, and then maybe move on to something in the round, unless you like purling, and then a sweater in the round would be a good one to work on. I think that was about all I had. Oh, somebody asked about my Oxbow cardigan. I put it, it's still on the needles. I haven't frogged it yet, but I paused it. I'm gonna wait until I get some other things finished and then revisit what I want to do with this yarn. I had started another project with it to see if I liked that better. I started the Seasons cardigan, but I don't think I'm probably gonna rip this one out. I don't know. So everything's still on needles, and we'll see when I'm ready to revisit that, if that's still what I want to do. Not sure about the Seasons cardigan. I might have a different yarn that I want to make the Seasons cardigan out of, but I really do want the Oxbow out of this one. So it might just be a Christmas vacation knit. I don't know. I'm really itching to start some more blankets. I have some yarn that I want to make some more blankets with. The Stephen West Mystery Knit Along is coming up in October. I think I'm going to buy the pattern this year. The first one I did was the shawlography, and then I did the twists and turns, and then last year, because it took me so long to do the twists and turns, I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what the first clue looks like, and then I'll cast on. And that whole thing, I said, okay, nope, this year's not for me. And I watched everyone else knit theirs, and there were some things in there. I don't want to do a mystery shawl where you do this side and then you do this side and then you do this side and then you do this side. I don't want to do the same thing twice. I think that's what hung me up on the twists and turns. I was like through the next part of the clue, the first half, and then I had to do it again on the other side. And I think if it would have been more like the shawlography where you finish that section, it was a half circle shawl. I don't remember what that one's called, but like it went straight and then a circle. And in some of his teasers, there's a shawl pin that's shaped like a U, or like a crescent shape. And he said that might give you a clue of the shape of the shawl this year. And so I'm really hoping it's going to be a half, or even like the Starflake, the shawlography. I'm hoping it'll be like that, so we don't do the middle and then do one section and one section and one section and one, because I don't want to do that second one. So we'll see. I was looking through my stash, and I have, these are 50-gram balls, so I would need 4 of these. And I had these 4 left over from my Straya. It's the Earl Grey Heather with the tweed. And I have 2 Till Torch knits that are labeled the same color. They're from different dye lots. I've talked about these ones before. This is what my daughter wanted me to make her sweater in. Dropped my yarn. they won't sit on my lap. Okay. This is what she wanted me to make her sweater in, but they were two different dye lots, and I thought we would have a harder time color matching if I did this one in her Uptown Tee instead of getting some new yarn. And so I thought maybe I could wind these ones up, and then, because you need 400 grams and 200 of each color. So I have these, and then I have some right over here. I have some Surrey and some mohair up here that there's an opportunity for a mohair there that I might, if I have something that will fit with this. I have some gray mohair. I have some purple. Let's see. This one's Yarn Cafe Creations. Maybe that would work. So we'll see. If it is a crescent shape, I might go ahead and cast that on. I don't know if we'll know what shape it's going to be until the very end. I might wait until clue 2 to cast on. Look at clue 1, what everybody has finished. Wait till some people have finished clue 2 and then decide whether I'm going to cast on. Because it's in October. I will be at school. I will have other knitting projects that I want to work on also. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up. I don't want this to be the only thing I work on throughout October. So we'll see. Could be a thing. Might not be a thing. I don't know. So, I think that was everything for today. If you have any questions that you want to ask me about any of my projects, go ahead and leave it in the comment box down below. I'll have all the shops that I talked about today linked below, all the patterns linked below. I think that's all for today. Remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. It helps the channel out, and I will see you next week. Happy knitting!